My name is Taylor Gibson, and we're going to be exploring the idea of vaccinations for market swine in this PowerPoint presentation. So some of the diseases that we'll be covering that we can vaccinate for in our show swine or market swine, a lot of hogs that go to slaughter are either from 4-H FFA, which is showing, or large-scale or small-scale breeding farms that raise market hogs. So in either or each of the scenarios, we'll need to be vaccinating against rhinitis, which is also known as bordetella, erysipelas, mycoplasma pneumonia, circovirus, and actinobacillus plethora pneumonia. So the first vaccine is called Rhini-Shield Texas 4 swine vaccine, and this is going to actually vaccinate for two of the diseases that were previously just listed. This is a killed vaccine, so it's inactive bacterium particles. They're not live weakened strands. So this is going to vaccinate against the atrophic rhinitis, which was mentioned, and it's also caused by Bordetella bronchioseptica, which is where they get that name Bordetella from, or toxin of Pasteurella multocida types A and D. It also vaccinates for erysipelas and pneumonia. There's a separate vaccine for the mycoplasma pneumonia, but this vaccinates for kind of a general pneumonia, and then that erysipelas and the rhinitis, which were mentioned. So for future market swine, we're going to vaccinate subcutaneously or intramuscularly. Either or is fine for this vaccine. And you're going to administer 1 milliliter dose between 7 to 10 days of age, and then this vaccine needs to be boosted after 2 weeks of the initial vaccine with 2 milliliters this time of vaccine. And the withdrawal time is going to be 21 days, so you don't want to slaughter the animal if it's been vaccinated within that 21-day period. You need to wait till that 20 days is over before you slaughter. So the next vaccine is called Respiracare 1, and it's 1 again because doesn't need a booster. You can go ahead and just vaccinate this one time, and your swine will be okay until slaughter. This is another killed, which means inactive vaccination, which prevents the mycoplasma pneumonia. So this is separate. Even though the last vaccine mentioned pneumonia, this one is for the mycoplasma pneumonia specifically. And for future market swine, we're going to go ahead and administer this vaccine intramuscularly this time, not subcutaneously, and we're going to administer 2 milliliter dose at 1 week of age. And the withdrawal time for this vaccine is going to be 21 days as well as the previous one. So we don't want to slaughter if it hasn't been 21 days since vaccination. The next vaccine is called Circumvent, and this is going to vaccinate for the circovirus in swine. This is another killed inactive, so it means the virus is not a weakened strand, it's not live, so it is inactive, but it does possess the particles to go ahead and give immunization against circovirus. So for future market swine, we want to intramuscularly administer 2 milliliter dose to healthy swine. We don't want them to be sick, 3 weeks of age or older. Or the second option is to administer 1 milliliter as early as 3 days of age, and then revaccinate after 3 weeks of the initial dose. So you can see on the bottle on the picture that it does give you option 1 or option 2. And then the withdrawal time is also going to be 21 days, just like the other vaccines that we've already spoken about. So another vaccine is called Coglapix. I thought that was a cute name. This is the first live one we have covered. So a live vaccination means it is active immunization. So it is a weakened strand of the actual live virus or bacteria, in this case a bacteria. And this one vaccinates against all serotypes of actinobacillus plethora pneumonia in swine. For future market swine, we want to intramuscularly administer a 2 milliliter dose to healthy swine 7 weeks of age, and then we're going to need to booster 2 to 3 weeks after the initial vaccination with another 2 milliliter dose. And then the withdrawal time for this vaccination is 0 days. So it doesn't matter, there's no protocol if it's harmful for humans. It's not, because we can slaughter literally right after administering this vaccine. So it doesn't matter, there is no withdrawal time. And then my references, I went ahead and numbered them 1 through 5. So if you go back through the PowerPoint slides, where I got each information is from the corresponds to the numbers on the references. Thank you.